Yo, what up, guys? We back with another video for ES. So today, before we get started, we're gonna do some dungeon runs. So we're gonna also hit up. I'm gonna hit up one of my XP scrolls that I have recently just gotten for logging in today. So before we get started, I just want to run through with you guys what I'm dealing with on my class. I'm not running anything special. It's very basic. I'm not running any type of special foods, no type of special armor. It's just really, I'm running strictly just skills right now until I can just build certain type of outfits. I have to get to champion 300s for me to run certain DLC dungeons. So right now I'm at 228. We've been on the grind since the last time you guys see me. I know I haven't been keeping you guys up to grasp with that. We'll be doing other content for other videos. Sorry about that. But we're here to get started. We're gonna start with the character sheet. For my character sheet, we running all 64 points into my stamina. For my Mondays, we're running the lover. The lover has an increased penetration by 2744 with both spear and physical. So that's going to carry you guys. If you're especially trying to do high damage, like puncturing damage to enemies, that's going to be an increase. So I highly suggest pick that up. For our skills, how would I want to do this? This is my back bar. I'm gonna start with my front bar. Oh no, I'm gonna start with the back bar. For my back bar, we're running a two-handed. We running a two-handed weapon with what else on here? For the two, we run a two-handed weapon with the skills of Noxious Breath and Venom and Flame. Noxious Breath, sorry, and Flames of Oblivion. Noxious Breath gives you gives you a poison damage of 5389 and an additional 13,344 poison damage over 24 seconds, inflicting enemies with major breach, reducing the physical and spell resistance by 5948, which is a big thing because Noxious Breath can weaken your enemy's armor. So if they have like a high type of physical and spell resistance due to you fighting them, boss or player, you can weaken that by 5948. Or if you have an increased like skill based, like how you got your whole thing fixed out and built for you as a Dragon Knight build, whether if it's magical or stamina, then that will probably change depending on who you are and how you're doing your build. Um, so we're running poisoned with the Noxious Breath. We're going to be running that right along with Flames of Oblivion. Flames of Oblivion launches a fireball. Well, let's start all the way. Activate an aura of flames, which launches a fireball at 3 enemies every 5 seconds, dealing 5274 flame damage. While slotted on each bar, you gain major prophecy and savagery, increasing your spell and weapon critical rating by 2629. So now, not only we're applying poison damage that is doing overall damage within 24 seconds that is applied to an enemy, and their defenses is being decreased, we're going to be also dealing flame damage on top of that. So that's two stacks on top of each other: poison damage and flame damage. And if you want to count the reduction of the enemy defenses on them because of Noxious Breath, then you can technically say 3. Um, on top of that, we're going to also talk about on the second bar. I also have, well, on my second bar, I'm gonna do the ultimate. I have Magma Shield. So the Magma Shield is a resource ability that I use in the middle of fights. If I can't get my other ultimate popped off, it takes a while for my other ultimate to come out. So I usually find myself using this ultimate first, which is Magma Shell. Let me show you. It costs 200 ultimate, duration lasts 12 seconds. Using on yourself. Ignite the molten lava in your veins, limiting increasing damage to 3% of your max health, and dealing 1043 flame damage to nearby enemies. each second for 12 seconds. Now that is a well needed increase dealing with like how you're needing your heals. Oh, right here down at the bottom too. Right before I say anything else, when active, nearby allies gain a damage shield for 100% of their max health for 12 seconds. So it basically just gives you and your allies a big type of defense, right along with giving you flame damage to nearby enemies, and it's also upgrading your health while also replenishing like all your resources, like your magicka and your stamina. Um, Also on my second bar, I am running a two-handed weapon. So on a two-handed weapon, I'm also running Stampede and Carve. Stampede launch across the earth, smashing enemy, dealing dealing 3975 physical damage to them and all nearby enemies. This attack is always a critical strike. Always a critical strike. So crit is very high damaging, and you hit somebody with this is going to do some very high damage. After reaching your target, you sunder the ground beneath you, dealing 911 physical damage to all enemies in the area every 1 second for 15 seconds. So that means for 15 seconds, every 1 second, you're going to be doing 911 physical damage. Wow. That area attack is on the ground. So you're doing an aerial attack that's doing a stack of that poison, flame, and defense reduction. And then on top of that, you will be doing bleed, which brings me to this. Carve. Carve, focus your strength into a mighty swing, dealing 4969 bleed damage to enemies in front of you, and causing them to bleed for an additional 8200 bleed damage over 12 seconds. Hitting the target that is already bleeding from disability extends the duration by 10 seconds up to a maximum of 32. You also gain a damage shield that absorbs 4780 damage for 6 seconds. So not only are you doing the bleed from your first bar, which I'm about to get ready to show you guys now, you're going to be doing a high-end bleed damage due to Carve that will be applying 8200 bleed damage for 12 seconds. Stampede for 15 seconds, 911 for 911 physical damage for every 1 second for 15 seconds. You have Eruption. What else? You have Flames of Oblivion, and you have Noxious Breath that is all doing a built damage. And when you're using all your resources and you're gonna know, you pop magma shell, which replevish, where it gives you all back your resources that you have lost, health, magicka, and stamina, and you do it all again. So if you want to run a run bar, I guess you can use this. This is a big help. The only thing about this is that there's no heals coming from this. So whoever you're fighting, you're just gonna have to potion up. Not unless you use Maximum Shell. Maximum Shell is going to be the thing that will be recovering your health. So if you're able to get your resources back for your ultimate, then I would say do that. That's a one bar right there for you. Now for my primary bar, I am dual wielding. The ultimate that I'm using is Standard of Might, which takes 250 ultimate, which I said earlier. It takes a longer period of time for me to get to this before I get to my Magma Shell. My Magma Shell takes 200 ultimate. I can get that back very fast versus Standard of Might. Standard of Might takes 250 ultimate. Lasts 20 seconds. Call down a battle standard, dealing 3115 flame damage every 1 second for 20 seconds to enemies and applying major defile to them, reducing their healing received and damage shield strength by 12%. Standing in the area increases your damage done, reduces damage taken by 15%. An ally near the standard can activate the shackle in synergy, dealing 97 45 flame damage to enemies in the area and immobilizing them for 5 seconds. So this is nothing that you can use to help you decrease an enemy's shield and have their healing reduced, while also increasing your damage. And allies can also use it to activate abilities within it. Every time that is activated, I guess between each player that is on the team, it would do 97 45 flame damage and immobilize anybody standing in it that is not a boss for 5 seconds. So we're running that as the ultimate. What you want to also run, I would suggest, is, I get this wrong every time, spiked armor, to get the morph version of it, the Velatel armor. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but it's okay. I'm accepting that. It lasts for 20 seconds. Let's see. Release your inner dragon to gain major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 59 48 for 20 seconds. You release a spray of fiery spikes around you, causing enemies hit to take 37 29 flame damage over 20 seconds. While active, the armor returns 190 flame damage to any enemy that uses a direct damage attack against you in melee range. This ability scales off your physical and spell resistance. So this basically gives you a big resistance about what you can and cannot take from enemies, physical or spell wise. It gives you a big resistance while also doing flame damage for those 20 seconds. Cause you're getting two things. You're getting a physical and spell resistance while also getting a flame damage unto enemies for the whole 20 seconds. So that's a big plus. I would say if we didn't come down to this bar, if you would like to take off something, I would say take off Eruption, because you have Flames of Oblivion. If you still want to do that for one bar but you need a health, take off Eruption. And I would say add this. This is a big help dealing with health. I used to run this, but I changed my class around recently because I got Vigor. I've been had Vigor, but Vigor has been more help for me dealing with fights. So I would highly suggest this if you ever need another big heal to apply for you on a team. What else? I am also running on my first bar Ignitus Weapon from the Molten Weapons skill. This allows you to coat your weapon in molten lava. So this ability charge you and your grouped allies' weapon with volcanic power to gain major brutality and sorcery, increasing your weapon and spell damage by 20% for 1.1 minute, which is 65 seconds. This is a big thing that is really needed for this class because it increases the damage output that you are doing into an enemy with spell and weapon for 20% for a long period of time. But having that in dungeons is a big clutch. I would suggest that myself. As you notice, I'm not running any like big traps. I don't have much traps. Well, I have some traps like Petrify, and I have the other ability Talons to trap enemies in, but I don't really use traps because most of the time while I'm fighting, I don't get the chance to actually trap an enemy because they are kind of like already dead. So that's a big thing for me. I'm not gonna place down a trap if I'm just going to end up ending you before the trap can be fully applied to damaging you while I'm damaging you too. Not unless it's something that like I absolutely need. Like if they did something like enemies in the open world are now scaled a certain way, and now they in certain areas they're harder. Then I would use a trap to trap them to do damage over time, so I can back up and heal or something. But other than that, I don't see a purpose of me using traps for this character. Um, what else? You, if I was you guys, I would also want to use a dual wield and put Bloodthirst from the Flare Morph class skill. Reason I'm saying that is because this skill you can use flood an enemy with skill, battering them for 4 consecutive attacks that each deal 1837 bleed damage and heal you for 33% of the damage. So for 33% of that bleeding damage that you are doing into dealing with this heals you for 33%. That is good because I don't know if it's now what I'm about to try and see and find out on my own is if this is going to actually heal me for just this bleed damage or the bleed damage that I'm doing from my back bar with my two hands from the cleaver. Because if that is coming off from is scaling off of that too, then that is going to be a big a big heal. Because you're healing from this and you're healing from card from your two-handed weapon that cause bleed. I would also suggest getting this quick cloak. Quick cloak, elevate, elevate, envelope, envelope yourself. I'm just gonna put it like that. Sorry. In a protective cloak of razors, gaining major invasion for 24 seconds, reducing damage from area attacks by 20%. Every 2 seconds, the sharpener will pulse, dealing 1162 physical damage to all enemies within 5 meters. You also gain a major expedition for 4 seconds, increasing your movement speed for 30%. That is clutch because you need as much speed as you possibly can, especially being a DPS or a tank going into these dungeons, PvPs, activating stuff. Now, I will say there is a lot of activation here that you have to activate to get to the big damage. Some of it, if you're strong enough, you probably won't even get to it. Like me, I'm right now, like, my back bar is strong enough to be able to enter into a dungeon, take out as many enemies as I possibly can to get to a point of where I have to fight a boss, then I have to use my other bar too. I'm going to demonstrate all of this in a video that I'm going to upload to you guys with this also, so you guys will be able to see that. Like, this is all going to be in one video. I'm also running for this. For my medium armor, I do run a lot of medium armor because I want to receive this. Increases your stamina recovery by 4% per piece of medium armor. I have a full set of medium armor on, so my current bonus for that is 28% of my stamina recovery. That's a big increase because I need as much stamina recovery based off of how all my skills is based off of stamina. Well, not all of them, but majority of them are based off of stamina. Also with that, there's another piece, reduces the stamina cost of your abilities by 2% per piece of medium armor equipped. So that's 14 down. That's a lot, guys. That is a lot. That means my bar wouldn't even basically hit me like mid before I used all my stamina abilities applied, and it's being recovered right back. That's really good. That's really good. Don't use heavy armor like that no more. Fighters Guild, from what I understand, people say get the Dawnbreaker. The Dawnbreaker is very impressive. It's very well needed in the classes, and I haven't tried it yet. When I try it, I will get back to you guys about that. But right now, I still have it locked. Trap Beast, I'm also hearing people say this too. I don't have Trap Beast, but I will try to work towards getting it and applying it to my class somewhere, wherever I can. And if I can figure something out, I will let you guys know. Assault. On the Assault, I only use this to get to Vigor. Vigor is a big self-healing skill that will increase your overall heals in battle. So you apply this and you go into a battle, you should heal over time. Like yeah. Let loose a battle cry, instilling yourself with resolve and healing for 14,106 health over 5 seconds. Over 5 seconds, that's a lot. Um, after ca- After casting, you gain a minor resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 2974 for 20 seconds. So that's major. That's major. Right along with you running the other abilities that I named off for you guys with that big increase in your spell and physical resistance. That's really good. Really good. And for this class, I'm like I said before from the beginning of the video, I am running Dark Elf. So I have all my Dark Elf stuff. Dark Elves has a big stamina thing going on with them when you're running with this class. Like right here it says increases your stamina, increases your experience gain with the dual wield skill line by 15%, reduces your damage taken from environmental lava by 50%. We have this dominant increases your magicka and max stamina by 1910. Resistant flames increases your flame resistance by 4620, and ruination increases your weapon and spell damage by 258. That's majority of what I have. So I'm gonna run some dungeons, show you guys what I'm working with. Before we do that, let's hit up a where is it? Let's go get those, get one of those. That. Like I said, I don't use the foods and stuff like that unless I absolutely have to or want to. I'm still trying to learn the different types of like little foods and stuff that you have to really, you have to really do. So. Okay, I know this is just basically because of the level that I am right now with everything I have on me. This would be a little bit of an easier dungeon, but hey, we're here to have fun. We're here to have fun, and I'm here to show you guys what I can do. I am the highest level here. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. No, it's okay. We're here to help. Let's do this. All right. Let me show you guys. So that's what we're working so far. You do all that, knock the crowd, put this behind that. Oh. Make sure you gotta make sure you hit your mark of breath and keep the vision around your armor. 6,000. Well, off the slam with critical can use your automatic crit every time. And some of my abilities I'm not right away hitting because like I said from before, like right now I'm trying to switch in between so I can show you guys how to activate, but just by me using my my attack bar does enough to satisfy me getting all the skills that so with the max skill over heal. It's well needed. It's well needed. Maybe if you want to, just for fun, just because. Switch out, make sure you don't forget your rotations. That's another thing about me. I don't run the rotations. I have a bad habit with not doing the rotations like I'm supposed to. I don't have a rotation set of how I really just activate it and go into it. I just do it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Did they do it? Oh, I thought that was it. So yeah, that's how that whole thing is set up. Ground. Anybody who just want to do the front bar, that's how you set this whole thing up. Now he's just leaning forward. He's just leaning forward on top. Just reapply it. Now if you want to, swipe it up. And set up. Then you see your stuff going away. One thing I've had a kind of like, I guess, issue coming out of certain fights and cannot, for the life of me, get my stampede to work. For some reason, my stampede won't come right off right away. Oh! And just like that, that's why I like to do it's like, no, I'm not gonna let you die here. Nah, I gotta keep it going.
It's Varanil! Arudor! See to him!
By the Imperial light.
Whee! Who's doing 9,000? I know it's not me hitting on 9,000 with the blade. Activate the blade. Hit him with the card.
Over there, Varanil. We found her.
I see her. Let's hope she lives. We'll need her before the day is done.
She's going to be fine. A little restoration.
Oh, I'm trying to hit my Noxus breath and I keep forgetting. Okay. I keep trying to hit my vigor and not my vigor. I keep trying to hit my Noxus breath and I keep forgetting. Okay, Noxus breath is not on me. Well, and that's where you're supposed to learn your rotations at, so you would know where your stuff is at. So you know how to hit Noxus breath. That's my biggest problem. I'm not sitting the time to do that yet. So. some big numbers. Doing good. Doing totally good. Staying still. One time I died. Other than that, yeah, guys, that's how you do it. Oh, back up. It's a fun. I like Dragon Knight. I like this build, the class that I made with it. It's very fun.
Is that you, Sidian?
Ruin blood.
I don't know how
Horror.
you defeated those Banekin, but I'll be glad
It's very
to see
fun.
more.
It's different. It keeps you on your feet.
It's time for you
You
to
know.
enjoy.
I really haven't had too many issues, problems. Until I had to sweat and I'm like, well, okay, rotation. As long as you guys know, I'm actually saying rotation. You know, if I said it, pretty good before. I'm rotation learning, but I am trying to make a rotation. So that I guess we see that I can get better. Because you just going around and it's not help too much. So,
You think you've beaten me?
good job, everybody. Good job.
Haven't
So,
you noticed
that's how you
the
do
pact
that.
I've made
Thank you
protects
guys
me
for coming
from
through,
death?
watching the
Ignore
video.
his words, keepers.
See you guys later.
Begin the
I
separation.
will try to be back with
I'm
more
not
videos. Ooh, I just
confident
boosted
this
up
will
to
work, Sirion.
228. That's a big increase,
What
John.
are you not doing?
Sorry, I forgot.
Oh,
I activated my
so
150
love to
XP
see
for
magic.
hour. So that's
Is
power
that
out.
what this
But
is?
otherwise than that, thank
This
you guys
isn't
for
as
coming
grand
through and
as the
watching the
spells I
video. I
learned from the
appreciate you
Daedra.
guys.
But I
Hope to see you guys next video. If you haven't
Remember,
already, make sure you
children,
guys hit the
you'll
subscribe
never
button and hit
keep
the
me here on
notifications
your
for
own
when I upload videos.
Not
You
when
guys
the
will be able to
Daedra
see my
fight.
videos. Hit your FYP.
Perhaps you'd fare better if
Also,
you had Daedra
if you
on
guys
your
don't mind, make sure you guys hit me up over there on Twitch. I do stream Mondays,
Ignore him,
Wednesdays,
keepers.
and Fridays
Bind
at
the
night,
High
and sometimes on the
By
weekend,
the light
depending on my
Imperium,
schedule.
the keepers
I
of the
will be
banished
streaming
cells here
tomorrow
lie
night.
in debt
This
with
video
the
will be
12 to
uploaded.
imprisonment
Well, I'm
unending.
making this video the day before, so
It looks
it
like
took for me to
you've
upload
won.
for tomorrow.
Old
But this
Melissa's
video will be
days
uploaded
of
tomorrow
freedom
night.
are over.
What's in the morning, and I will be streaming tomorrow night. So if you guys don't mind, just come over, say hey, say what's up to me, say what's up back to you guys,
We'll have to watch him
and we're gonna have fun. ESO is not the only game I do videos of. I do videos of Call of Duty, and I also do videos of Genshin Impact. More so ESO and Genshin Impact. Call of Duty is more for downtime, for when I just want to play. But other than that, see you guys later. Peace.